Tactical Cowboy here with tactical.com. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the Tomahawk by Swampfox Optics. And I'm out. The Tomahawk is my first experience or my introduction into the LPVOs. Honestly, after using this one for about 10 months now, then I wish I would have done it long ago, but it is what it is. Anyways, the Tomahawk, it is Swampfox's entry-level LPVO optic, which is why I chose to start with the Tomahawk. I wanted to start at the bottom and work my way up. It is a second focal plane optic. It's available in a 1:4, a 1:6, and a 1:8. I was looking for an optic for my 10.5-inch pistol, and I was opted to go with the 1:6. Also considering the 1:4, but of course whenever I went to make my purchase, then neither of those were available. Thanks a lot, COVID. So it left me to go with the 1:8. I'm not mad that I had to. I've been very happy with the 1:8. But also for options on the Tomahawk, then you have reticle choices. You have the BDC, which is what I went with, but you also have a cross MOA reticle. Other features is it's IPX7 waterproof rated. It's has 11 illumination settings. It is only available in a red illumination. If you're interested in green, you got to step up to the arrowhead. What else? 30mm tube, half MOA click adjustments, fully multi-coated lens. Of course, it has a etched reticle. That's pretty much it with features. I'll go over more of this optic as I go. So you have the diopter here, adjustable diopter here. Very important for people with crappy eyes like myself. So I do wear contacts and I also have an astigmatism. But that being said, I found that no adjustment at all, or it adjusted all the way in, was the best for me. If I adjusted any more, then it starts getting fuzzy, and this gets worse the more I go. So I left it alone because it is very clear and in focus. So moving forward, then your magnification ring, it has some deep cuts around it, so you can get a good grip on it. But it also has an included aluminum throw lever. You can position this throw lever anywhere around your ring, as long as you have your little Allen bit here nice and tight. You don't have to worry about it coming loose on you. My 10 months of using this optic, then it hasn't ever come loose on me, and I didn't even put Loctite on it. It's a very smooth throw. I have it positioned where it's at about the 3 o'clock position on 1 power, and then at 8 power, then it's about the 9 o'clock position. So again, it's very smooth operation. Not too hard to move, but I feel like it could be a little bit softer to turn. Of course, you don't want to be too easy to turn because you don't want to accidentally bump it and change your magnification. But you know, I think there's still a little bit room left to get it to be a little bit softer. That's just my opinion, though. Again, this is my first experience with an LPVO, so maybe whenever I get some more experience with some different brands, then you know, my opinion on that might change. This might be the sweet spot that I need. Moving forward, your adjustments here, your turrets, they are uncapped and exposed. So you can easily dial in without having to move the caps. They are zero resettable, so you can take a coin or a flathead to this center portion here and take your cap off. Line your zero up with this white dot on the scope body, and then put that center cap there back on, and you are back to zero. I haven't done that yet. I've taken this optic off and on and moved it around, and last time I zeroed the optic, I just never did reset my caps. Turrets themselves, very loud and tactile. Not mushy in my opinion. Not too hard to turn, not too easy to turn. I'm very happy with how they feel. Moving on to your illumination settings, at your 11, which is the max illumination power, very bright in my opinion. Matter of fact, last time I used it, it was probably in about the brightest part of the day. I was shooting at a white silhouette target about 300 yards down range, and I only had my illumination set on 10. So one down from max. I felt that 11 was just too bright in that situation. In the evenings, I usually have it on 7. Both times, actually, whenever I had it on 10 and the last time I had it on 7, then I ended up leaving it on 10 for about a full 24 hours, maybe a little bit more. I don't remember what time I actually found it still being on. And whenever it was on 7, I accidentally left it on that setting for a full week before I discovered that it was still on. When it was on 7, it was still illuminated, but then when I took it up to max brightness, then it was on there for a few minutes, and then it started fading away, and I could turn it back off or into a lower setting and it would come back on. But I went ahead and swapped out batteries. I think I've killed the batteries twice so far just because I've left it on. Not sure why I keep leaving it on, just, I don't know, brain fart. But I'm very happy with my battery life. It does not have an off position between your settings. You gotta turn it back all the way back to 0 if you want to turn it off. I guess I'm too lazy to do that. As for your sight picture, on 1, and I'm in a dark garage, so can't really see anything. But as for your glass clarity, as you saw in the intro, then very clear glass. I will say that that was pictures and videos filmed through an iPhone. It is the current top of the line iPhone, but it still isn't as good as looking through it with the naked eye. Plus, it was filmed through an iPhone and then uploaded through the internet. And video processing, I'm sure that there is some quality loss through that as well. So take that what you will. But excellent glass quality, especially for the price. Even at the max magnification, then you have very little distortion on the edges, and it's very clear image, even out past hundreds of yards. That being said, when we get to the eyebox, then I did get a little frustrated on 8 power due to the tight eyebox. It's kind of to be expected when using a optic at your highest magnification. Because this is second focal plane, then from my understanding, then any magnification between 1 and 8 is useless, because your BDC reticle, or any reticle that you're using with a second focal plane optic, isn't true unless you're at your highest magnification. That's whenever you can actually use your BDC reticle or whatever reticle you choose. So that's why it's important to have such a smooth and easy to throw magnification ring, because you need to get to that 8 power, your 6 power, whatever you choose to go with, quickly. So my dislikes is, I would like to have that off position in between my illumination. One click off. Maybe I wouldn't forget if that was the case. I'd probably still forget, but I can use this as an excuse for now. And dislike number 2 is the tight eye box. I was using originally the Swampfox Independence mount with it. They use the industry standard 1.5 inch rise. It just wasn't very comfortable in my opinion. With my head placement, then I was having to bend it down to get a good sight picture. So I chose to look for something a little taller, and I was seeing some 1 3/4 and even some 1.93, so almost 2-inch tall riser mounts or cantilever mounts, and they were very expensive, and I wasn't sure if I would even like that tall of an optic mount. But I found that AIM Sports makes one in 1 3/4, very cheap, and I decided to give it a try. Not happy with that mount, but I am happy with where the optic sits. So I guess I'll eventually spend more money and get a more higher quality mount. Wasn't anything wrong as far as quality wise with the Swampfox mount. I just wasn't happy with that height that I got out of it. That's pretty much it as far as my likes and dislikes. A lot of likes, very few dislikes. Probably my favorite thing about it was the price. If you're interested in making a purchase, whether it's this optic or a different Swampfox product, then they do offer a military discount, and I think that's you can qualify even if you're a veteran prior service. I believe law enforcement and first responders also qualify. I'll have a link to that down below. And if you don't qualify, I have a coupon code that will save you 20%. That coupon code is CowboyUp. You can use that at checkout. I'll have all that in the description down below. I appreciate you watching, and until next time, Tactical Cowboy out.